I'm back. I know. Before I hear any more complaining, I know I'm back. I know I've been gone a long time. No, I haven't been on vacation. I haven't been on a beach sipping Mai Tais. I have been extremely ill. But I'm better now. So, our first video is going to be about something quick for dinner. How about some crispy beef and broccoli? If where I live, it's at least 25 miles one way to the best to get Chinese food. So I make it myself. So today we're going to do crispy beef and broccoli. I've got this skillet heating up, and what I have done is I have cheated and went ahead and sliced up some very, very thin. When you go to the grocery store, get very, very thin Malays steak. It's cheap. It's really, really cheap, but you want very, very thin. And this is flour, salt and pepper, and Chinese 5-spice seasoning. Now, if you don't have Chinese 5-spice, I make my own, but you can buy it. Or, again, common sense cooking. Garlic, salt and pepper, whatever you like. Just put whatever you like on it. I like Chinese 5-spice. A lot of people don't know what they will ask me, what is Chinese 5-spice? You want this? There's a little vegetable oil in the pan, and this is a 1 skillet meal. And we're going to just throw these in here. They'll cook very, very quickly. All right. All of them. Yep, let any of the beef go. All right. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so what we've got going on right now is we're just going to brown off the beef. We're going to brown off the beef. And because I'm lazy, we're going to put the beef on a paper plate when it's done. But while that's doing, we're going to get the rest of the veggies done. It's going to go in the stir fry. Now, our local grocery store sells what's called a stir fry medley. All right, and so I like the broccoli one obviously because this is crispy beef and broccoli. It's got broccoli, carrots, sugar snaps. That's all it's got in it. But that's good. Then you don't have to sit there and do that. Common sense. This is a poblano pepper out of my garden. Oh, that's another thing. Gardens have been like crazy banana nuts. And I hope y'all can come back on Friday, because on Friday, we're going to be doing, what are we doing on Friday? Oh, 4th of July. It's time to get ready for the 4th of July. We have a huge 4th of July celebration. And where I live, it's a town of about 200 people. And it's done the old-fashioned way. Big, huge, awesome fireworks show set to music, a parade led by the fire trucks with nothing but kids and tractors and horses in it. It's your quintessential small town Texas. All right, so there's the pepper. Let's get the onion. We'll cut off both ends of that. Now, I want this stuff very, very, very thin. Hang on just a second. I want this stuff very, very, very thin. Now, remember, when you're cutting an onion, don't chase it. Don't chase it. And an onion is meant, it's the easiest thing that you could ever cut. If you look real close, you'll see ribs. Right? Do you see those ribs on an onion, on the outside of the onion? Those are your cutting lines. So if you do it, remember how we do the knife? I want these very, very thin. Very, very thin. I'm using red onion because, again, it's out of my garden. You can use whatever you got. I don't care. Whatever you like. I don't care. It's common sense. What works for you. Get the skin off of it because nobody wants to eat that. We had a really poor onion crop this year, but tomatoes, oh my goodness gracious. And we're going to be doing a tomato salad on Friday that is to die for that I'm going to marinate, because the longer it marinates, the better it gets for the 4th of July. Okay, get those there. Let's check our beef. You can do this in a wok. Normally I do. However, because not all of you may have woks, we're doing it this way. And like I said, this doesn't take very long at all because it's really, really super thin. You just want it brown. Alright, so, see, isn't that pretty? Smells real good too. This way, if I drain it off onto a paper plate, don't have to worry with the paper towel business, and I don't have to wash it, because I'm lazy that way. Alright, so now we start up this hot grease with all the goodies in there. Can you see that? All the goodies are in there. So now we're going to, what is it? Chinese 5-spice. That's right, let me get back to that. Chinese 5-spice. Chinese 5-spice powder is a mix of cinnamon, anise, star anise, coriander, cloves, and garlic. Or Szechuan peppers, excuse me, Szechuan peppercorns. That's what makes a Chinese 5-spice. And here's a little tip, because you may say, well, I don't know how to find coriander. Okay, so quick tip and lesson here. Quick tip and lesson, quick tip and lesson. I'm just breaking up the onions and the peppers. And we're going to add a little, because I liked it with a little bite, I'm adding some pepperoncinis. Pepperoncinis, I love that. But not very much. These are pretty hot ones. I made these out of habaneros, so, from last year. So, alright, so, coriander lesson. You all know what this is, right? This is cilantro. Pretty, fragrant, awesome cilantro. This is coriander, right here. Coriander seed. When the cilantro goes to seed, it's coriander. If you're in Asia, they'll use all cilantro, the leaves and everything, they call coriander. We call it cilantro. Same thing. Coriander and cilantro, same thing. Alright. See? There's your lesson for today. And now we're going to stir fry this stuff up. If you want to add some sesame oil to it, you can. Just remember, don't use plain sesame oil if you're not used to working with it, because it burns really fast, really easy. You want to mix it with some vegetable oil, not even olive oil, vegetable oil. Or canola oil. It's healthier, I guess. Make sure you don't leave anything on the bottom. All the good bits are on the bottom. Doesn't take very long. Remember, you're not cooking them. You want them to still have some crisp bite to them. That's why it's a stir fry. Okay, so now we're going to take our beef and dump it back in there. A little bit of that grease ain't going to hurt nothing. See how fast this is? Look how fast this is. And I meant to get it before y'all got here, but I forgot. I'm going to go to the freezer and get a bag of rice. You know, that we make up in big batches and then freeze it. And all I got to do is pop it in the microwave in the bag, in a bowl. And there you go, boom. Got rice to go with mine. And I'll season that up too, probably. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some stir-fry sauce. This is the La Choy Original. I love this. It's so good. Common sense, as much or as little as you want. Till everything's coated nicely. You've got to have a nice coating on it. You're not going to cook it much longer. Alright. We're going to call that done. That's it. This is sesame seed that I toasted in the pan first. Just put a little sesame seed over it. Toasted sesame seed gives it a pretty color and a nice taste. And there you have it. How long did that take us? 10 minutes max? There you go. If you chop the beef and stuff up yourself first. Now, question. Can I use the frozen veggie mix? Yeah. Yeah, you can. Not a problem there. Common sense. It's what works for you. Can you go and buy carrots, broccoli, onions, peppers, sugar snaps, water chestnuts, whatever you want to put in it, and cut each one individually into little strips? Yes, you can. There you go. Whatever works for you. Hope y'all can come back Friday for 4th of July sides. We're going to be making cowboy beans. We're going to be making candied bacon, deviled eggs, and we're going to be making a tomato salad and the dressing for roasted corn. Have a great week. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad to be back. If you like what you see, hit like and subscribe and share below. Have a good one. Bye.